Born in New York, my mother was both a father figure and mother figure. I did not see my father often during my life. I was surrounded by poverty. My maternal grandmother obtained full custody of me. With a new start to life, I still had many demons in my closet. I was always searching for a connection. Anger came out of me, and I took it out on any and everyone that tried to help me. Until a teacher grabbed me by my shirt and said to me, "I am not like everybody in your life that has hurt you." My teacher helped me rebuild my mental strength, graduate from high school, and I received a full football scholarship to American International College. I have helped many young men and women achieve many goals academically, athletically, and personally against all odds.
Yep, we on Instagram, Chain, Lions.
Yo, we on Instagram, we on
Facts.
Lions,
Yo,
yo.
Huh? What you gonna do about it? You really wanna do this right now? Yeah, let's do this shit now. Come on. So you really down? Nah, let him go.
Stop!
Instead of stopping it, they stopped to record. Cause if that stopped, the world star wouldn't be hot anymore. I know many people that resulted of violence, many who of which have been my friends, many which have ended up chased by the sirens. Not a whole school gets compared to asylums. And if you need a lift, I'm working on leadership. I've been trying to help, we ain't believers in receivership. Telling you some lies is worse than all the ish they leave us with. I'm tired believing it and I'm not gonna keep it in. I spent some time on my own. I took a second to realize what makes the difference if he's knocked to the floor. Beating out your insecurities is not a reward. I wonder what would have happened if we had talked it before. Stop the violence, it's only in your mind, kid. Adrenaline and hype keeps you blinded. A fight won't be the answer that you find in. I'm just trying to keep you all reminded.
I'm just trying to keep you all reminded. Think with your conscience and open your eyelids. Cause I know a couple friends resulted in violence. Some of them from flats to the highlands.
And I don't know what's gonna happen if we sit back.
But it's time to see a change cause we need that. This feedback needs some relapse. My Puerto Rican skin don't mean it's a sin. So I don't know why they be talking about my evil within. I speak with my friends and laugh about the times we just spent. So lately I think it's crazy that the system hates me. Instead of trying to save me, why do y'all deny the fact they have for you would rather play me? It's sad to say that I have to say communication is a mile away, or is it out of space? Cause I'ma take time, listen to the grapevines. I'ma keep my spirit cause a fight could never break mine. Yeah.
Stop the violence, it's only in your mind, kid. Adrenaline and hype keeps you blinded. A fight won't be the answer that you find in. I'm just trying to keep you all reminded. Instead of stopping it, they stop to record. Cause if that's not the world star, wouldn't be high anymore.
Welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that awesome video. It had me stomping my feet, want me to get up and dance, fellas. Was ready to get it in there for a minute. Heck yeah. So, coming off of that, you guys, you know I'm crazy. Don't worry about me. It's about y'all. Tell me something about who Roche is.
Roche is an 18-year-old Holyoke high schooler, senior, who's just trying to buy his mama a house, trying to make it out of Holyoke while also putting the city out there and making my people feel proud.
Making people feel proud, okay. What about you, AJ?
AJ, all right, basically, I am Ajnassudah. That's short for Aj, that's what they call me Aj, just short for Ajnassudah. But basically, Aj is 65. You see, I made that up myself. It's a combination of two words, two Hindu words. Ajna, meaning your sixth chakra, and Vishuddha meaning your fifth chakra. So basically, I combined those two words together and made Ajnassudah. So anytime you see me, I'll be repping 65. Like, that's me. That's who Ajnassudah is. I'm enlightened. I'm woke, I guess.
Deep.
My man, shoot, that's a good. My bad. Ajnassudah, and all that he said, he can explain it to you at another time. So, after doing this amazing video that's touched so many, brought many things to light, okay? What was the perception from people in your school, your community?
Well, there was a lot of support. You know, even surprisingly, a lot of students did support us, you know.
Where you'd walk down the hallway, people, teachers would be like, yo, that video was fresh. It was overwhelming.
Yeah, it seemed like, obviously, I think it was really targeting the, like, you know, school, like teachers, school systems across the country. Like, you know, yeah, people from California were talking to me. You know, they wanted me to video chat with their high schools and stuff. And like middle schools, elementary schools wanted us to come out to perform for them. So that's pretty dope, you know?
That's mad. That's really dope. I'm glad you guys using the old school phrases like fresh, dope, all that other stuff. But when I look at the name, Holyoke High, fight, stop the violence. And in the video, you see the people and they stop. Mm-hmm. What was the meaning behind the stop portion of the video?
I feel like, well, you're talking about specifically the freezing
Yeah,
segment.
when they froze, yeah.
Yeah. To me, it was simply just, you know, taking a look at the situation, because a big part of the message were the kids that stopped to record. You know, like the first. Yeah, like the first line is, instead of stopping it, they stopped to record, and that's pretty important because this song isn't just about violence. It's about the bystanders and the people who just, you know, it's kind of like this crazy phenomenon, almost sick in a way if you think, to just record someone getting their butt beat.
Getting their butt beat.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's sickening because, I mean, I watch it as well. I think a lot of people out here see it all the time. You get that social media, right? How do you think social media is tied into your message?
Well, I mean, you see it.
You see it everywhere. You go on World Star Hip Hop, there's fights.
It's like glorified. Yeah, and I feel like people see that and we become like desensitized to it, you know?
People even praise it like, yo, there's a fight, yo, let me record that. Let me post it on Twitter for a couple of retweets, you know what I mean? It's just...
Wow. And that's the thing. When you in your community, you know, and I know that you said something about people judging you, stereotyping the type of kids. Puerto Ricans, blacks. You know, because they from a certain community, certain town.
Outsiders.
What would you like to say to people that stereotype you guys, but now, I mean, after hearing your message, what would you want to say to them after just hearing your message? Just like, listen, man, it ain't as bad and we're not as dumb. Yeah. But I want you guys to say about that.
We're not what you think we are. I mean, you basically said it. You know, I just want people, like one time I had a conversation with this girl and she was telling me that, you know, she was complimenting us. I don't think she meant it to come off, you know, rude or anything, but she was saying, oh, you know, it was great to see that video come from you guys because, you know, we didn't expect anyone talented to come from Holyoke, you know? And I just kind of laughed it off. I was like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, what do you think we are? Like, you know, it just kind of made me wonder.
Wow. Yeah. So when you hear, what you said about on the hill, when it was the Highlands?
Oh yeah, from Flats to the Highlands.
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
All right, you know where the Flats is in Holyoke, right?
Yes.
I live in the Flats and I got a couple of people that live from the Highlands. So it's just like, so when we made the video, it was like not specifically for Holyoke, but it was like attacking the problems in Holyoke. So what basically I meant there's like, I know people who are in violence from from Flats to the Highlands. I mean, like from the end of Holyoke, from my end of Holyoke to the other end of Holyoke. It's just like.
Is the other end of Holyoke supposed to be the good part of Holyoke?
Yeah, like it's not all just
it's
one
just
place,
like,
you know?
It's like you basically find violence anywhere. It's just you pick and choose your fights. If you're looking out for problems, you're gonna find violence. You're gonna find those problems. If you're just chilling, you generally give off a good vibe, and you'll be okay. It's just the stereotypes, to be honest.
In the stereotype, I know from when I went over the video numerous times, I'm just like, your message is deep. Your message is deep. And did you expect blowing up on Facebook the way it blew up? Because I was like, ooh, so they had me in awe. I was like, dang, they got almost
that's crazy, yo.
6 digits.
Yeah. No.
How did that make y'all feel? I mean, shoot.
Yeah, actually, all right, so Roche came up to me. He was like, yo, my girlfriend is making, what was it? She was making
Talking about restorative justice?
Restorative justice.
Restorative justice, yeah, youth leadership
What is
program.
that?
Yeah.
It's a youth leadership program at Holyoke High School. Big shout out to them, I just want to say, because they're one of the reasons that we're here right now talking to you guys, you know. They're a youth leadership program at Holyoke High School, and basically they try to find alternatives to problems like suspension, you know, try to keep kids in school, and they also try to find alternatives to solving issues rather than like kids fighting.
So
they'll have
if
circles.
you're about to be suspended, they'll sit you two down, talk about your problem, see what you guys could do to fix the problem. If not, just like,
Wow.
it's like, yeah.
And they were promoting a week of peace. They were doing this week of action, and they were trying to spread peace. And I had hosted a Hispanic heritage like assembly for them one day, and I guess they liked what I did, and so they wanted me to do something with them, you know, find a way to promote it. And I decided to do, you know, what I enjoy, and I like music, and I also love to act, so I decided to put those things together and make a video. And originally it was gonna be me, but I know my boy, like, I know how great he is at rapping also, so I was like, you know what, let me get him on this too.
And at first he told me, he was like, yo, you want to make this song for violence? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, I don't really care, because that's not really what I focus on. But I was like, you know, let's do it, whatever. And I remember the first day we were gonna record the video, I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to record this video, you know what I mean? So I dished on him. I was like, yo, bro, I'm feeling nauseous. My anxiety's kicking in. I gotta go.
You was gonna front on your
I
boy?
was gonna front on my boy. I swear to God.
Oh, he came to you. He's like, yo, we got this, yo.
Yeah.
So when you got in front, because you pushed him kind of hard, though. I want to just say you pushed him kind of hard. I was like, yo, for real, what's going on? He like, what's the? So when it started.
When it started, we recorded a song. We dropped it. He drops the song. I look at YouTube. It's like 200 views or whatever, and I'm like, all right. I kid you not, like an hour later, like literally an hour later, it's already up like at 9,000 or something. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? And then on Facebook, the video is just going up by the numbers, and I'm like, yo, what just happened? This wasn't supposed to blow up, you know what I mean?
And if you notice, like the YouTube views are significantly lower, but I think it's because I had posted the video on Facebook like sooner, because I posted the link from YouTube onto Facebook, so it was just that link. I remember that's how we got like its amount of views, because out of nowhere that link had like 479 shares on Facebook. This was before I posted the actual video on Facebook. So I was like, dang, I wonder if I had left that link longer by itself. I wonder how many views we would have had on YouTube right now. But yeah, I guess Facebook just took power, and it's easier to, you know, watch the video too, because it sometimes plays by itself. So on Facebook.
On
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, man. So when the kids, how did you get the kids to like freeze, or was that with the video people, or they just had to stand there chilling like, yo, don't move?
Yeah, it was kind of like, yo, don't move. It's like a mini mannequin challenge.
Yeah, I know we gave them like, you know, a few breathers, because we had different shots, and so we would take pauses. You know, we were like, we might say cut, and you maybe could put your hands down, you know, so they don't die out. But once we say action, you know, you got to go to exactly where you were before. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's good, and it's good that you guys are producing pretty much your own stuff, telling kids this is what you need to do. This is how dope it's going to be. You've promoted it, you know, and like you said, you didn't think it was going to blow up like this. You was just on another station, and you just, I mean, and I know my man here, because I don't know how to say his whole thing right now, but I get it. I get it. I know this ain't your type of style.
Yeah. I'm more of like a boom bap 90s type of style.
Boom bap 90s with the bass. Whoa, he said boom bap 90s. What's your? Tell me what you like. Who's your artist?
Who's my favorite artist?
Yeah, don't say Eric B and Rakim. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, my favorite artist gotta be Joey Badass. His group Pro Era, basically, yeah, it's just Joey Badass. He's my inspiration. I remember before I got into Joey Badass, I used to listen to this guy named Capital Steez. Unfortunately, he killed himself 2012, but he's the reason why I called myself Ajnassudah, you know what I mean? Because he has the message they give out to people is basically to be like, open your mind, you know, open your eyes, stop being so blinded by everything around us. So that's basically my inspiration.
So I'm gonna throw it out here real quick because his name is bugging me out because I'm from the old school. I want to hear something real quick off the top of the head. PG.
You mean you want me to like rap?
Something real quick. I just want to hear. I want to hear because I want to see what you got.
All right, I go. Yo, I'm a menace in the Bible, blocked and suicidal. My disciple is my idol. I never spoke to God because that in denial. Set a trial. I'm a child of God. God's a child of a liar. I can't pick a side of Gemini, just genetic genocide. Can minimize your guys or penetrate your mind. Boy, this swing can supersize. Who could utilize what you do to die when it's suicide? I stay low with my posse, everybody. I don't know, I got more stuff, but it's like...
Ooh, I want to stand up and get it in because I was going to go back to the 80s with my joint. That's what I'm...
Thank you, man.
My man, the lyric was tight. Some of y'all may not understand it, but it was, the young kids understand. That was deep. That was deep. What about you, bro? Shay? Tell me.
Yeah, like my music interests?
Yeah, what's your style?
Okay, my style, I love Chance the Rapper. I don't know if you know who he is.
Chance, is that the dude with the baseball hat?
Yeah.
And he had.
Yeah.
I was watching him on late night.
He just won a Grammy.
He did?
Yeah. Beat out Kanye and Drake. That's the man right
They
there.
ain't saying nothing. Well, anyway. So what do you like? Let me get some. I want to hear some. I want to just give your boy a little light. I'm gonna give you some light. What you got?
What I got right now? All right.
Your boy's like this.
I can keep going.
I know you can. Go ahead.
All right. So y'all complain about rappers not spitting knowledge, looking for in the radio what you could have gotten in college. Shut your pie hole, I'm willing to go the distance. I'm willing to pay the price if it's willing to pay the mileage. I'm letting off steam on these tracks like a locomotive. I'm weird with the locals' motives. I swear if I end up homeless, just know that I wasn't hopeless.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. And listen, it's just not the rap. You gotta listen to the lyrics, listen to the message, just like on, your video that you guys did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm so proud of you, and I hope to have you guys back before y'all blow up. All right, and like I said, I'm proud to have you. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. I want to thank those two young men, not those two powerful young men that put out a nice video. The video's on point, love it. The message is deep, and just getting to know those young men, that they're not just typical, not typical, I shouldn't even say typical, that they're not just kids from the block, that they do have a message and they want their message to be heard. That being said, I'm gonna bring back Ewon. What's going on? How you doing now?
Doing much better.
Doing much better now?
And again, thanks for having me.
No, I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you. Listening to these young men, a lot of stuff that they're talking about, that the message from their video was about stereotype, you think? A lot of it?
Yeah, I would say that. And I think that when I watched the video, at first, I was impressed, like everyone, obviously, with the views from the video. It's really, really a very impressive video. But not to take away from like the physical stuff, but just the words and how they put everything together was really, really great. And I would say it was very deep because like they said, like a lot of people have certain, things that they think about young kids like them or people, especially people from their race and whatnot. And so I think it's important. Matter of fact, it's very critical to have young kids like them do things like that right now. And that's because there are tons of different kinds of stereotypes about a lot of people and about them and about where we're from. And having something that that speaks light, something that speaks positivity, sure makes a difference. And I think that was really great.
Yeah, because and especially in their generation now, there's a lot. It's a lot. The only thing you see is negative, but we can't take it away. A lot of stuff that they do, they put it out there on the social media, like they were talking about.
Yeah.
There's the negative, the world stars and things like that. That these kids like, I'm gonna get my claim to fame.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Even sometimes you go on social media like Instagram and Facebook, and especially a lot on Instagram, and you see young guys or even young girls, posting. Not to judge anyone, but like just posting stuff that that sort of depicts something that's really negative, especially towards them, because people could see that, or a young girl or a young boy could see that too, and think maybe that could be the right thing to do, and then passes along and goes along. So that's why like I said, I think it's very important that we have kids like this who are using the social media as a tool, not for negativity, but using it using the tool as to produce something positive and something great that can send positive messages to other young kids.
Right, and I think the message is not just being shared on YouTube or Facebook. I think that maybe a lot of times that when people see positive, they put it on, like it's not a shelf in a school. So a lot of schools are showing this. Maybe you guys could do this. So they're opening an avenue for other kids. Would you say that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that's because just by, when like I said, when we see things that are either depicting something negative or things that are being stereotypical, and put it that way, you sort of get tired, okay? You can only watch so much negative stuff. You can only listen to so much negative things being said about you or where you're from or whatever it is, right? So just, it sort of like makes all of us, even myself, and hopefully starts a conversation in other schools like it had already started, it starts that conversation of, okay, how about we put something positive for once? You know what I'm saying? How about it starts this conversation of, okay, how about we put something up that's positive? It doesn't have to be negative all the time,
Do you think society is looking for something to feed off that is positive, like what those young men did?
I don't know that society is, like everyone is going to ever be at that point where we are going to be ready for that. And reason being, to be honest, negativity sells, right? Stereotypical stuff sells. That's just, sort of what is out there. But I think that sometimes it is very important for, kids like them and a lot of other people like us doing this show to be able to stand for what we think is right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of, because if we're going to have to wait for society to be ready, they most likely are not going to be ready for that, for a positive message. So it's just like, it's time. It's time to, pull the bull by the horn. It's time to go for it, regardless of what society in general is saying. They don't have to be ready. But when we have these messages and we share them, just from what they did, and they're having thousands of views.
Hundreds.
I think, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, hundreds of thousands of views. And it just shows that there are people out there that really want to see stuff like this. That people really want to see stuff like this. And just starting from one video to another, from one message to another, from one show to another, more positivity, it will go a long way. It will go a long way.
Yes, and when I hear them speak on the side, and both of them have their different ways, have their different message, but their message is about connecting about where they're from. Don't judge me because I'm on the lower hill, because there's kids in the upper hill doing the same thing. There's kids that are in the suburbs that are doing the same things we doing in the inner city. So that's their message. So you stereotyping us, right?
Right.
You stereotyping us, but there's kids over in the suburbs doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Youth behaviors are youth behaviors. It doesn't matter if you black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, Japanese, doesn't matter. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I think that's right, and I think so is pain. Okay, so is the emotions that we feel. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Puerto Rican, when you're feeling pain, it's pain because that's a human emotion. It's what makes all of us connected, is that regardless of where you're from, we feel the same thing. But some people just don't have it as easy as others are having it. So that's where the disconnect comes from. That's where, we have videos like these kids created. That's where we have to have more conversations about these things to sort of open, the public's eye to see that, hey, we're the same. Wherever you're from, whether you're from the, bougie area or you're from it doesn't matter. Like, we're all the same, we feel the same, and, we gotta be honest. We gotta come to that point where we're really honest and be able to have real honest conversations that we're all the same.
So before we leave here, I want to say, what's your can I have give them your full name and the name of your organization and maybe how we're able to get in contact with you.
Yeah, that's fine. I could do that. That's easy. My full name is Ewon Adenomon, and you can contact me via my website. I do a lot of teachings, confidence teachings. I help kids and youths and adults work on confidence, work on their self-esteem. I also coach people who also are willing to do something better with their life, moving from a certain point to another point. And you can also reach me in my, like I said, on my website, ewontv.com. And there is a contact, and you can also reach me on ewontv@gmail.com.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming.
And thanks for having me. This was such a wonderful show. I really loved this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And the kids love, to hear from a strong woman as well.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad.
That being said, I'll be right back. Thank you for watching. I Found Light Against All Odds, from where we bring darkness to light.